Kate, you're sideways.
Oh no. Is that better?
Um, I
Oh,
guess.
so
Yeah,
hard.
sure.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. We're FLN and we are fully oriented here, right side up, to give you 100% right angle comedy.
That's right.
Maybe some obtuse bits thrown in there on the side. Uh, I don't normally
Nothing
do
acute, though.
taglines, but we're doing good so far, and this is still part of the
That
tagline.
was a cute thing to say.
And one other part of this tagline is me asking for a suggestion. So if we could get a suggestion of any word at all, then we'll get going. Oh, looks like we have green pepper. Green pepper.
Green pepper. Sounds good.
Green pepper.
FLN presents green pepper.
Green pepper.
Green pepper.
You know,
So go
just,
ahead.
You know, the challenge for me is there's just part of my brain, the way it processes just stuff works. Like if it's a certain color, then it has to be a certain way. So part of my brain just thinks that all green peppers are less spicy than red peppers. Which if you have ever eaten peppers, you would know not to be true. Green peppers can be real nasty little boys. So but I'm also the kind of person who likes spicy things enough that I'll just like eat a pepper just to see how it tastes. So my experience with green peppers is, oh, it'll be fine, and then regretting it later.
I've definitely done that before too. I had I think a Carolina Reaper, which I ate once, and then it was weird. Like it kept on making me burp because it was so spicy, which I didn't know was a thing. And at first, I started getting scared. I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna have to go to the hospital because I ate a Carolina Reaper?
You know what's amazing to me about those pepper growers? I think it's one of the few hobbies in the world where, like, the point of making food is to eat the food, right? And they're making food so extreme that you can't even eat it anymore, even though it's still food.
Yeah, my family grows peppers just, I mean, for fun. It's not like a real commercial pepper situation, but I can never eat any of them because they're way too spicy and they're red and green. So it's the double spice situation of the red spice and the green spice.
You have nowhere to turn.
Yeah.
Well, the
Everywhere
problem, like
you
with
go.
cooking, when you try to just make it, when you try to just make it spicy without caring about the flavor, that's no point. Like the best buffalo wings I ever had, I was actually at a bowling alley, bar at a bowling alley, and I'm like, hey, I want some wings, and like, tell the cook to pretend I sent them back twice because they weren't spicy enough. They bring out these wings, they're really, really spicy, really, really good flavor. I even asked the guy, like, what did you put in them? He's like, I just threw stuff together, and like, it sucked. It was the best wings I ever had, and they couldn't be recreated.
You know, the one big
Stuff.
takeaway I'm going to have from all this pepper conversation is the next time I want to gossip about like a relationship I think is real bad, I'm going to call it a real commercial pepper situation. Because I feel like it's fitting, right? Because like right, it's like it's hot and it's like hot in there. You don't really want to get your hands in it. You don't, and just there's nasty juice spraying everywhere. And if you get too close, then you're gonna get covered in it and your eyes are gonna burn.
And it adds nothing to the flavor of your life.
Hey.
And it's inflammatory.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. It was great.
The flavor was okay.
I enjoyed it. The flavor was there. It was a good balance. I noticed some layering, which is very advanced.
Garlic wasn't too pronounced.
I noticed a note of garlic. It was not overly garlicky, which I appreciate. Thank you, because I do have a date tonight. So I didn't want overly garlicky breath, as you might know. That could really have an impact on on my odds of success. If
Well,
my
I wanted the garlic to speak very softly, but still
okay,
have something
good.
to say.
All right. Yeah, I'm feeling you drawn to that. Yeah, I was worried. It seemed like you were like a little bit disappointed almost that I was enjoying it there, but
No,
no, it
no, I
sounds like
just,
no.
no, I appreciate it. I was just hoping you were enjoying it for,
Oh, absolutely.
like the right reasons, not just
Yeah, absolutely. And can I
because it
also,
was food.
yeah, absolutely. And can I also say, just this is so nice of you. This is such a great way to make peace. I know you also wanted to go out with Denise, but and
You,
and we both agreed that it was Denise's choice, and we both lived up to that. And I'm just it. I feel like people say they're going to do that and they don't always do it. And so it's so great that you reached out to me like this, made me this wonderful dinner, not too much garlic. I think me and Denise are really going to hit it off tonight with this. It's
no,
just the right start to a perfect evening. I can already feel it.
when Denise told me that she didn't want to see me, but she was going out with you, it was just like, I says, I have to meet this guy. I mean, he must be somebody really special
Oh my God.
for Denise to go out
Really?
with
Oh my
him
gosh.
instead of me. And so, I figured what's the best way
Yeah.
to get to know a new person is to cook them a meal, right? I
Oh
mean,
my gosh.
that's kind of how I always did it. So I had you over here. I mean, you seemed like a nice guy. When I called you on the phone, I know you were a little defensive at first, but
Yeah, yeah, I
that's
know.
understandable.
Well, and it was because when Denise called me to ask if I wanted to go out, and I sort of asked what was up with that, and she said, I was thinking about some other guy. Don't worry about it. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm into that. And so when I heard, some other guy calling me, that was the image I had in my head. I don't mean to, label you that. After you made me such a wonderful dinner, I don't think of you as just some other guy.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
Guy is my name, so
but if anything, you're the guy. You're not some other guy.
oh
All right.
well, that's
Other guys named Guy are the other guys. Okay. You are the guy.
well, if I
Okay.
was,
And
but
frankly, if Denise doesn't see that, then what it.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. If I was the guy, you'd be making me dinner tonight, and I'd be
Listen, I mean, I know my
going
name
out
is
with Denise.
Guy, and I know my name is Guy, and I'm going out with Denise. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm the other guy. I mean, I can't make a I can't make a lasagna like this.
No, you
I can't
can't. I'm sure.
I've tried. I can tell you. You think just from the sheer number of times I tried that just by accident once or twice I would get it right, but I
Not any
cannot.
guy can make lasagna. A
No.
lot of guys think they can. Not any guy. It takes a special kind of guy.
Yeah, can I tell you the other part that was just like weighing on me and it's such a weight off my shoulders is that, walking into the situation, I'm like, you called me on the phone, you invited me to dinner. I said, sure, I guess. You start cackling, then you hang up. I think feels, a little maybe like he's going to do some kind of, underhanded scheming, yeah, that was the laugh that you were doing.
Yeah, it's just
Can I,
the way I laugh.
can I
I
just
mean,
tell
it's just
you,
kind of.
can I just tell you, after having gotten to know you, it feels like a much warmer laugh. It is very cackle-like over the phone. Maybe it was the phone, maybe it was the physical distance, but I can hear the warmth in it now.
Oh, good. I'm glad you can, because
Man, my
sometimes that static on the phone it doesn't translate as well.
So how'd everything go?
Oh man, well, first of all, I really wanted to call him a different name than his given name, and he wouldn't let me. I mean, like the audacity of that, right? I mean, he said his name was Bryce, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Can I call you Guy?" I mean, because that's one of my favorite French authors is Guy de Maupassant. I was like,
course.
I just want to, yeah, I mean, you know that. I just wanted to recreate those feelings. And I mean, he was just not like, I mean,
Well, obviously,
I,
if he doesn't like you calling him Guy, he's not the one for you.
right? I mean, what, it's not that big of a deal, right? I mean, like I don't know why calling someone a different name than their given name on their certificate, their parents' name. Who cares? I mean,
I mean,
like
some
that
people-
time you
Go ahead.
just that, it just I'm so gobsmacked still. I mean, like you took out a whole part of your liver just for a girl you were dating. I mean,
Well, she needed part of her liver, and I'm like, I'm not using mine, so why not?
I guess just it's just sad more men aren't like you, It's just
I mean, if everybody was like me, you wouldn't be able to tell us all apart.
but dig more into that.
Well, think about it. If everybody was exactly the same, everybody was just like me, why would you need to talk to anybody but me if everybody was also me? Come on, it makes sense in my head.
I don't know. If everyone was Guy de Maupassant, I wouldn't care. I would just be like, now I have my pick of every Guy de Maupassant that there is. I mean,
I could be your Guy de Maupassant.
what really? I mean,
And you could
see, I thought you were firmly entrenched in the friend zone because I mean, I've told you all this dark stuff about me. Like I mean, I about my blood collection, my about that child I pushed down the stairs.
and I know everything about you, and I still like you.
Oh, what I can't. I'm feeling like when you salivate, but in your eyes. Like I'm feeling that start to happen. That's whoa. No one's ever said that to me before. Like it's usually like, oh, date over. You won't let me call you a different name, or date over. I don't want to hear about all the type O negative samples you have, or it's like not.
I love your blood collections. I love your obsession with Guido Pedro.
Hey,
Hey, King. King, I heard you was running a little short on workers for the farm.
That is true. We could use some more.
Oh, King, I guess what I'm hearing is you're in need of some peasants.
Yeah, where I could get some peasants?
Oh, yeah, I know where you can get some peasants. You know what? You can call me Mo Peasants. All right? All right, King of France? You catching me here? You can call me Mo Peasants because I'm the guy who's going to get you Mo Peasants when you need peasants, all right?
You're just the Guy I was looking for.
This is serious. I thought you were pardon me, sir. I wasn't expecting the king to make a pun. All right. I wasn't expecting the king to make a pun. Can I be honest? I feel like and feel free to, if I'm out of line, go right ahead and execute me. I wasn't expecting the king to make a pun while we're talking about matters of state. It's just not how I was raised.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you weren't raised in a royal house. Punning is very important to royalty.
What is that? Is that what it is? Is that like the language of the elite? Because I always thought it was because like we were like a merchant family, always cotton peasants around between different kingdoms. That's why we could never break in. You telling me it's because we don't do puns? Because we're not a pun family?
if you want to be a part of royalty, like, hanging out with kings and queens, you got to play your cards right.
You son of a bitch. There's a lot of people in this country who don't like Punj, and we're sick and tired of being on the bottom, all right? And, maybe we don't want to say Punj just because some guy sitting up on his golden throne wants to say puns and be like, hey, your name's Guy. That's kind of like being a guy in general. Maybe we want to have some power and just say that he is my name and what of it. And maybe guys can have the last name Wiener and you don't think anything of it. Maybe we can live in that world. Maybe that's going to happen one day. And people like you are going to be out on your ass, making puns about how mud is dumb because dumb is mud spelled back. I don't have practice with puns. I don't know how to do puns real well. So I don't know if that counts as a pun.
You know what? You're going to be in the dungeon and you're going to learn the true meaning of punishment.
You know what? You can execute me now if you want. I'm okay with that too.
Sure is dank down here.
I know. I guess I thought it would be warmer and drier. But
My allergies are gonna start acting up more.
there must be 1,000 different kinds of mold on these walls. You'd think this was a biology lab or something.
Yeah. Wow.
So, did you not get a joke too?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, it was another guillotine joke. It's like you'd think they'd be old by now. It's so many heads are rolling.
I know. I'm almost glad that I'm locked down here because at least here you can be with your own thoughts, Up there, it's always it's run, 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 jump, 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 hop, 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 serve, serve, serve.
Yeah.
Down here, there's none of that. I mean, your time is your own.
Yep. And I mean, the barley won't have to be harvested
not
at
by
exactly.
us.
I know. It's great. It's freedom.
Bong, bong, bong. 3 o'clock. Time for another hour of self-reflection.
That's great. I just realized that violet is my favorite color. I never had time to even think about that before.
I'm surprised you never thought of that because I've seen you in violet and your eyes just light right up. I mean, it's a perfect color for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and if we hadn't had this time down here, we'd have never made this connection.
Well, Jean Denis, I mean, you got to tell me now, one of your deepest, darkest secrets. You only have an hour before 4, and then the deep reflection is gone.
I like to sit under the bridge and watch the fish go by in the shadows. And a lot of people mistake me for the troll. And it's kind of all right because they pay me. They just throw money down there. They go, troll, we're going across. Everything's good, and they throw a handful of money down there. And so on one hand, it's kind of embarrassing to be mistaken for a troll. But on the other hand, they can't see me, so they don't know that I don't look like a troll, and they throw money at me.
Yeah, now you've got this whole secret hedge fund probably going on with your troll money. It's like how you could pay to get out of here, maybe.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get to be with you.
Oh, Sean Denise, that's wow. I wish I had some violet scarves or violet escargots to just stick to my face, and so you could really see my eyes light up in the mold around us.
Actually, hold on for a second. Let me scrape a little of this off the wall. Look at this mold, has a little violet overtones.
Oh, yeah. Just slather that on there. Oh, that's great.
Oh, you're so beautiful now. I just hope that you don't react to the mold.
Excuse me, sir? Sir?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
What was that?
I said I enjoyed reading your script, but I really don't know. There's a whole lot of violent overtones in this, and I don't know if it's right for children or not.
Excuse me, sir? Sir? The overtones are there for the children, okay, sir? Do you understand, sir?
I see. So why would the children enjoy these exactly?
The children would enjoy them because children don't get overtones directed at them because parents think they can't handle them. And maybe I'm the only one who knows that that's what kids want out of movies. So I'm chock front loading the script full of overtones, sir.
Do you in fact have children?
I do not, sir.
Now, what makes you think that this is what children want?
Well, sir, I first let me say I can sense you're asking that question, assuming I don't know the answer, and you probably think I'm saying this right now to stall for time while I try and think of an answer. But I have my neighbor Sam has a kid, Lisa, and she thinks I'm cool and tells me this stuff. So, sir, maybe you should buy that script, sir.
I think I'm going to have to talk to Lisa about this.
Sir, Lisa's very busy, and I feel like if you just go straight to Lisa, sir, then you're going to cut me out. So I wasn't born yesterday, sir.
I would never do that. I would never do that.
Oh, I read this that you sent me. But I just it kind of made me cry. I don't know why the violet is seeping into the orange and causing the orange to not exist anymore. It's so mean.
Oh, so what you're saying is you don't like the violet overtones?
I mean, it's just that I want orange to still exist as an autonomous thing. And
Lisa, ma'am, I need more ideas for my movies. So Lisa, I'm coming in, and sir, what are you doing here? Why are you doing here with Lisa? Lisa, ma'am, what's going on?
I'm just getting her opinion.
It well, it's good. It's just I just don't want orange to go away because orange is my brother's favorite color, and if the violet goes into the orange, it exists anymore because then the violet merges with the orange, and then it's brown and it's not orange anymore.
Lisa, ma'am, we're violet for life, and weakness is death in the color game. Sir, you need to leave right now. You need to leave right now. You gotta go, sir.
I'm going. I'll go.
Sir,
then.
you gotta
Fine.
go. You gotta
Nice
go.
talk.
You gotta go, sir. Did you go?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I say the wrong thing?
Okay, Lisa, ma'am. I just want to put on for the record that I just feel a little betrayed that you would talk to that guy when we were the ones who knew that kids were the ones that needed violet overtones. All right, and that was like our project, and now you've got thoughts about now there's orange in the mix, ma'am, and now you're talking about your brother, ma'am, and I you know I just saying I'm never gonna have kids after this, ma'am, is all I'm saying.
Well, you might because you keep sneaking in to our house at night, and I hear you banging the walls with mommy.
All right, ma'am. We did not know you were awake for that. So just to clarify on that point.
Well, if you hadn't
um,
read me a story that kept me up and made me upset that Orange was going away, maybe I could have fallen asleep.
all right, ma'am. That book is a tale of inspiration in a world that doesn't need Orange anymore. Okay, ma'am. And what me and your mom do that is another movie that we're working on, and so no need to just spec scripts and things like that, ma'am. So no need to worry about that.
So I was watching this old movie the other day, and your mom was in it.
Really?
She was like a secretary to this guy. Yes, it was very strange.
Yeah, you know what? She told me about this movie, but I've never actually seen it. Was this
Was
was
your
this on
mom like
TV?
Yeah, it was on TV.
Yeah, my mom was an actress back in the 70s and 80s.
Wow. How cool. Your mom is a movie star.
Well, I wouldn't really call her a movie star. She only appeared, in that one and a couple of other movies.
So how come you're not like living in Hollywood and all of that? You're living in Wisconsin. I mean, what's going on?
Well, she was only after doing a couple of movies. She disagreed with some directors on stuff, and they blackballed her in Hollywood.
Wow, man. So now you have to live here. That must really be a bummer.
I mean, I grew up here. I've never, Milwaukee's been my home. I've never actually even been to Hollywood.
You've never been to Hollywood? Your mom was a movie star and you've never been to Hollywood? You must really be pissed at her for that.
I didn't know she was a movie star until after she died.
Oh.
But yeah, it was really bad. I know she got into a big argument, like, because they wanted her to do a movie that she didn't want to do. It was
cut to the argument. I just think it would be cool if there was a movie where a dog played basketball and it wasn't against the rules and the dog helped the team win the championship.
That is absolutely ridiculous, and I refuse to take part in that.
It's going to be big. I'm ahead of my time. You're going to be nothing in this town. History will grind you to dust, and dogs will learn to dunk in your grave.
Never.
So she like had the idea for that Air Bud movie before it ever happened, huh?
Yeah, but they didn't give her. She got none of the credit. It's what they call in the business. It was a real corporate Pepper situation.
And that's our show.
Kate, come back to take a bow. Okay, Kate's dead.
Scared her, that pun? Scared her.
I'm here. Bye. Thank you.